Question 1518. Would you rather have a fully working lightsaber or create a cure for the coronavirus? Badger.
You had to wait till I wasn't looking at the mute button, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. Well, we've got several vaccines already. So
You're just working out how you can justify a lightsaber, aren't you?
yeah, we've got several vaccines already.
That's not a cure. Then.
You're not a cure. So yeah, I'll going with a lightsaber. Fuck
You'll
all
go
you.
with the lightsaber. Never again says cure. Dog.
Definitely lightsaber, mate. There's nerds and labs that sort that shit out. I'm going to go for the lightsaber all day long, mate. Leave the cure into the nerds.
Doorknobhead says, lightsaber, COVID-19 is a good practice pandemic for next time. Tusk says, in episode 4, when Luke meets Gok-Wan Kenobi, what? He says,
Also,
I haven't gone by that name since before you were born, but
Yeah.
that's a damn lie. He was present at Luke's birth and was referred to as Obi-Wan by Amalala. Why did he lie? It seems utterly pointless. Also, how did he age 50 years in 16?
Well, you see, many of the truths we cling to depend greatly on our own point of view.
I mean, you saw what the dark side did to the Emperor.
Have you seen what the desert does to people? Also, have you seen what the desert and being sad does to people?
Jeff.
Can a lightsaber be used as a coronavirus cure? Is the real question here, I think.
Well, it's another one of those things. It can be used as a cure in the same way bleach can.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's. I'm very sure if you. I'm sure if you inject.
Okay, does the lightsaber give off UV light? Because that was also a cure, wasn't it?
Then you could stick it in their lungs.
Yeah, in their lungs, done.
And cut them in half.
So I think for the benefit of scientific experiment here, I might be tempted to use a lightsaber in an effort to find a cure. Would be my answer.
Robbie.
Who's going to battle Badger if I don't get a lightsaber?
You got it. So just because Badger's got one, you've got to have one too to make the odds even.
A friend of mine just bought one of those fancy FX ones that are all built for dueling, so I might have to get one.
I am going to have a caveat to this though. I'm not going to get the standard lightsaber. I'm having a saber staff.
Well, the double ender.
Yeah,
the double
absolutely.
ended, yeah. That's what.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the double ender.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want one of those with a nice curved handle like Count Dooku's.
You're a Form 2 practitioner, I see then, Badger.
Oh yes.
Doorknobhead says, "Oh, this
about
is
that
the
finesse."
The finesse. Oh, the May the 4th show. Now it makes sense. Yes, I'm that slim.
I'm strictly Form 7. I just
What the hell is
go
that?
in like a complete. Just go in like a fucking.
So your approach is up.
Yeah, pretty much. Just go in there and like
To be
kick
fair,
ass.
you can't expect Jeff to do. Yeah, nobody's going to expect Jeff to do like a 720 flip from a standing position.
No, it's Form 4's out. Form 4's out.
All right, Ark says, lightsaber is only good for melee combat. A good blaster is way better, and a good nap in a Koto tank will cure the virus.
Not if you're a good practitioner of Form 3. You can block. It makes it very easy to block blaster shots.
And redirect it.
Oh.
Or if you have Mandalorian armor.
Okay, I've got a question about that. Mark says, do you need a partner to play with a double-ended lightsaber? Never Again says, I'd rather have a cure for all cancers that aren't worse than the disease. That's true. Price says, so does that make the Mandalorian NFL players and the Jedi rugby players?
That's a good analogy.
Not quite. I think the Jedi are closer to badminton players.
I'd say they're closer to Quidditch players, to be quite honest.
I mean, we are working on the. I mean, we are working on the obvious assumption that rugby players are way more fucking badass than American football players.
Micro Raptors points out in response to Price that blasters are useless if you're a stormtrooper. Completely useless. Makes sense.
They're pretty good at making marks on the walls.
I'll say it. Mandalorians are sissies wearing all the armor and babysitting 50-year-old midgets. Right.
Mandalorians are bad babysitters. Bad babysitters.
Are they better or worse than what Jedi do with baby?
They're the Vicky Pollard of the universe. They're chav teenagers.
Aha! I don't think Dog approves of Mandalorians.
You know, right. I have a flamethrower on this suit, right?
Just because you've got cool weapons,
yeah,
you're a good person.
Well, yeah. I wouldn't say it to their face, obviously. Yeah, no, I wouldn't say it to their face, but yeah, they're bad people. Now
Badger, I want to ask, is Badger threatening to flamethrow a dog if he keeps dissing the Mandalorian?
No, because the Mandalorian from the show, how can I put this gently? Grew up as an offshoot from the Death Watch, and the true Mandalorians don't like the Death Watch very much. So, and he's weird about his helmet as well. So I'm I'd give him a bit of a talking to at the least.
That is the way, and I bet he's got right greasy hair.
There you go. There you go. This is the way.
That is the way.
Donald Uphead says, Doctor, we have another lightsaber accident just come into the emergency room. We had another discussion not that long ago about lightsabers, and I was convinced that Badger would lose an arm within a day. Probably a leg as well. And everything around.
Why do you think I'm covered in Beskar, Dave?
Ox says, don't forget, Mando's a Disney.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. Right, next question.
Read the books.
There are no books. We were told they weren't canon.
You know, Disney's not canon, so they can't say shit.
They're bounty hunters, aren't they, really? They've always been bounty hunters.
If you enjoyed that, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. If you think you've got a better answer or just want to tell us how wrong we are, leave a comment down below. Subscribe down here for new questions every day, and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out on our live shows. If you click over here, you'll see our latest upload. Over here, for what YouTube thinks you'll love the most. And finally, for a complete playlist of all our currently released questions, click here.